This is what I wanted to say. Somebody sent me a snippet of Drake and his new records that are supposed to be coming out. Valentine's Day. I think this is the proper move for Drake. Now that I'm thinking about it again. I completely forgot. And he's not the only one. Kendrick's not the only one. What you doing if you're Drake? Killing myself in GTA. But I'm not recommending that on anybody or him even. But I'm just saying, me personally, like, either I stop rapping or I start doing some other shit. I'm gonna be honest. 100%. It's the song trailer for his album coming out, him and Party Next Door. If we're gonna get to this specifically, it's like, this is what he should do.
I'm trying to keep you around, babe. Favorite again.
He's saying audio terrorism, but in 2015, I know for a fact we all would have been bumping this. Not maybe all, but like me specifically, I probably would have been like, I don't know, I gotta hear the whole thing. But this is the only sensible path. 100%. I'm not gonna hate on Drake if he decides to just stick R&B for the remainder of this and just drop the whole beef shit. If he never raps again, because you gotta understand where I'm looking at Drake. I can never take him serious as a rapper ever again. You feel what I'm saying? Not specifically because of the Kendrick shit, but it's more so because everything that you said was proven to be factually incorrect during this beef, during this back and forth. Like, you handled yourself terribly. And so the only way that I feel comfortable listening beyond this point is if I don't pay attention to your rap persona and I don't have to look at any hypocrisies within your design as an artist and be like, okay, I like Drake when he's singing, not when he acting tough, that whole little shit. You know what I'm saying? It was only when I listened to Euphoria again and I was like, damn, he do got a point. Because that's really when I feel Drake the most, is when he on his simp shit, on his like soft shit, his lovey-dovey shit. That's what you got to do. That's the only way I want to hear him right now at this point. And if you do start rapping again, it got to be like a year or two from now, because there's nothing that you can say. There's not a single bar that you can throw out there to recontextualize this whole thing. There's not a single lyric you could throw out there, not a subliminal. Even if you did throw one, everybody should be, you know what I'm saying, calling it weak. There is nothing that you could return with. Because even if you did drop a record on Kendrick and people did say, yo, it's kind of nice, you didn't win no Grammy for it. Kendrick wouldn't sue you over it. You wouldn't go to the Super Bowl with it. That's bad. He has too much on top of you at this point to even entertain the back and forth. So unless you go back and forth and beef with somebody else, which still would just, it wouldn't even hit the same, because we know that there's somebody that you couldn't beat. Just go back to singing. There's less expectation. I don't even care. I wouldn't even care what he did in this lane. And it sucks saying that about Drake, because it's like, this is a guy that you would have, you know, high expectations for at some point. You know, it is what it is. This is where you should go. This is the next stage. The next stage is the old stage. You know what I'm saying? Go back to your roots. Wait, what if he disses Kendrick directly on a song? Do you think Kendrick will respond? Nah. I think Kendrick got everything out that he needed to get out with the last summer, like the most recent spring summer. I think he got it all out. To go back and forth with him at this point, especially after he already won and decimated, like, you got to go back and listen to everything that he said about him. How much more could you say? There's nothing else that needs to be said after the summer or after the spring of 2024. Nothing else. He got it all out. You think that he didn't hit every nook and cranny on Not Like Us, on Meet the Grams, on Euphoria, in the Like That verse, even I forgot what the numbers track, something in LA, all of it. It's over with. After such a unanimous W, it's not even, 616. After such a unanimous W, it's not even necessary. I would, like, obviously I would look, you know what I'm saying? But it's really the equivalent of like a nigga that's 350. And it's ironic because Kendrick is so much smaller in stature and in size, but it's like the equivalent of a nigga that's 350 in the ring with a nigga that's 100 pounds and expecting there to be another good fight. Like, bro, we already seen how this gonna go. Like, I get it, but it's over with. Like, I don't need to see nothing else. You proved your point. Game over, like you said. Yeah, it's game over. It's game over 100%. So I just hope that he doesn't do this whole like little subliminal shit no more. Like, let it go and just stick to this. Do I think the numbers are effective for Drake and P&D's project? I don't know. It's a lot of people that don't necessarily care. Then there's another group of people that can disassociate Drake's rap persona from his, R&B shit, which is something that I think if enough people do, there's some joy to be had in this new project from him and Party Next Door coming out next week. So I'd be interested to know. It's also a P&D and Drake collab, so I mean it's a tried and true formula that's worked in the past. I don't see why it wouldn't work now. Outside of the Kendrick shit, and there have been some people, like I said, that have just been saying some things that I feel like are maybe a little untrue, given how people reacted to. I saw some people that loved Party Next Door's last record, and then after the Kendrick shit, they heard the snippet, and now they saying, "Oh no, this shit sound like ass," and it's like, bro, Party hasn't been good for like the last. Like 8, 9 years. I don't even know. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. And I've seen niggas that have been like really going crazy with his recent shit. So it's like, bro, if you like that and you say that's good and you hear this and this sounds like shit to you, what the fuck have you been listening to the last decade almost? So I'm open-minded to this. And that's okay. Because I still think this snippet sounds better than anything Party Next Door had off his most recent shit. I'm just being honest with you. I really want Young Thug to dive into that bag. Because I feel like there's so much of his sound that's been influencing so many people for so many years. And I feel like we would really acknowledge and recognize who is unnecessary in this music shit if more artists started doing more shit outside of their not necessarily comfort zone, but really diving into shit that they've been showing that they're capable of. It would just make a lot of these other niggas obsolete and just useless, I feel like, by comparison. And the other snippet is the one that I actually wanted to play. That's the one that features Drake vocals that I thought were not bad, but I had to watch people pretend that it was ass, even though it sounds about done to the same capacity as the previous R&B records that he's done that people have generally liked. And for whatever reason, we got to pretend like it's bad now by default. But I get it if you just don't want to listen to Drake no more. Like I said, I understand it. I just can't listen to him as a rapper no more. I can't do it. I can't take him serious. That's just what it is. Maybe it's just bad. That's what I'm saying. Some people, it is just bad. I'm speaking specifically in reference to the people that I've seen say what they've said about Party's previous music. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people in general. Would y'all rather hear a Drake and Sampha collab or a Drake and Party collab? I think Sampha would be a better person. But then again, I just think I'm a big fan of Sampha.
Shorty right here crying in the middle of Chanel. All those tears of joy from your eyes, I can't tell. No language ain't felt down. I just wanna ride with you.
I'm just saying that transition, that's kind of like some Take Care vibe.